Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk some Game of Thrones Season 5. We're going to discuss this whole Lady Stoneheart thing. So, I know this is something that's been going on since pretty much the end of Season 4. And at first, I didn't know anything about Lady Stoneheart. A lot of you who are still here after I reviewed Season 4, you guys know I didn't read the books. I didn't read the books. I enjoy the show. I've been watching the show since season 1. And, obviously I've learned things about the books after the fact. This is one thing that I decided to spoil for myself. Because I wanted to see what the big deal was. I wanted to see why people were nuts about Lady Stoneheart. And, if you haven't read the books, if you're watching this video, and you don't want to know, you might want to turn this off. I am going to be spoiling some things. So, I'll give you guys a couple of seconds to turn off the video. Okay, so, so Lady Stoneheart, obviously, as many of you know who've read the books, is the resurrected corpse of Catelyn Stark. And in the book, she gets resurrected by the Brotherhood Without Banners, their leader, and then she goes on a vengeful, murderous spree on Lannisters and Freys and Boltons and so on and so forth. And obviously she comes very close to killing Brienne of Tarth, and she's left basically, I forget which book it is, but it was a cliffhanger where you don't know whether she dies or not. Then in the next book it appears that Brienne takes her offer on killing Jaime Lannister, and so she seems to play a very pivotal role. And a lot of readers were very upset that she didn't appear on the season finale. They feel that she should have appeared, it should have been her time, and now there's rumors circulating that she may not show up in season 5 at all. I've read quite a number of articles regarding this topic. There's no confirmation, there's no official confirmation. Well, I guess you could say there is. But you see, when producers and actors talk about not bringing in a character, I don't always 100% believe them. Because if they wanted to be a surprise, why would they confirm it? The first thing they'd have to do is deny it. The actress herself said that, Catelyn Stark is dead. She was murdered, blah, blah, blah. But again, public relations. If they're going to do something big with the character, they're not going to admit anything. So, in my opinion, I don't think readers should get too crazy yet. Let's wait till season 5 is finished before we make any kind of determining factor as to whether or not she's going to be around. It also could be that they do really cut her out and they go a different path. And who knows, that path could be better. It could be better than what the book had. So, there's some people who think that the creators of the show are waiting for Martin's next book to determine whether or not she's really going to play a pivotal role. But I don't buy that simply because they already know how the series is going to end. I don't know if anybody knows this, but Martin's already more or less told him how the book ends in case he passes away. So if she was going to play a pivotal role, they would probably know this by now. So the thing of it is, we don't know what goes on behind the lines. We don't know. We're not in the boardroom or in the creators' room when they're thinking up ideas to write the next episode and things like that. We're not there, so we don't know what goes on. Would it be disappointing if the character got left out? I gotta say, I'm not sure. I haven't read the books. I don't have any affiliation with the character, so it's not for me to say. Obviously, a lot of people who read the books, who love the character, will probably agree that it's a bad move. But one thing I do know from what I've understood is that she's not shown a whole lot in the books anyway. They only show her during encounters with characters that they're focusing on certain chapters. So there are many people speculating that she could be in the series, but not necessarily shown until they need to show her. Like, in other words, she could be hinted at. Like, you'll hear rumors about her or whispers in the winds. And that seems more than feasible if you want the character to exist without having to show her. And then they can come back and show her later. So I don't think the character is out of the woods yet. I don't think there's a need to go crazy until you watch the season. If you go through the season and suddenly the things that Lady Stoneheart did in the book begin to surface on the show, but from a different person or a different character, then yeah, then if you still feel the need to go out there and destroy the show on Twitter or whatever, then by all means, you're entitled to that. That's, that's your prerogative. But, she seems like a cool character. I don't know. I think maybe for a viewing audience, perhaps they want to portray any kind of justice on the show in a more lighthearted manner. I mean, that's just a wild guess. They haven't been very lighthearted to this point, but I don't think, because there's such this good and evil thing when it comes to like movies and shows, they probably maybe want to show this vengeance in a different way. You know what I mean? But I don't know. That's just like pulling strings, because the show's been so brutal that I think many viewers who are fans of the Starks would love to see brutal vengeance. So, but yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting. The character seems interesting. From what I've read and from what I understand, it makes sense how she comes back. I mean, that kind of magic has been used before, so it's already been introduced in the show. So I think her coming back with that kind of magic would be completely acceptable. It's just a matter of they decide to do it or not. They have said no. The actress has said no. Again, I don't personally believe that until I would have to see the whole season play out before I'm saying, okay, so they weren't full of shit. Because again, if you're going to drop a surprise like that, you're not going to confirm it. You're going to deny it up the ass. So I think we should just let season 5 play out the way it is. And, if she comes around, great. That'll make a lot of people happy. If she doesn't, then let's just hope that they do a story that is fitting and that works and that follows what they've been doing so far, and just go from there. And that's it. But if she comes around, I think it'll be great. If she doesn't come around, hopefully the writers will do something better. I think they will. I think they've done a fantastic job up to this point. Going back in hindsight and looking at the books after watching the events unfold, I think there's some changes they made that were pretty good. We're not, nothing. Some of them aren't groundbreaking, but some minor changes that probably helped the creation. I mean, these guys only get 10 hours to do this show a season. So that's not a whole lot for a story that seems to have a large world, a large character base, and a lot of different storylines. And some of those storylines just have to be cut. So, but anyway, guys, so what about you? How do you feel? Do you want Lady Stoneheart? Do you not care? Do you think it'll ruin the show? Do you think it'll make the show better? Do you think the show will still carry on? I personally think the show's still going to carry on just fine if they don't bring her into the fold. But obviously bringing her around will not hurt it. So, anyway, guys, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Join the nation's Facebook page to meet other subscribers or visit E.T.N's Facebook page and Twitter page. Links for all are in the description.